The digital teaching and learning program, and in fact coming to APU, were never part of my original plan. Originally, I went to the College of Santa Fe in New Mexico. However, at the end of my freshman year, they were forced to close due to financial difficulties. That left me, the summer of my freshman year, without a college and scrambling for a place to go. Of course, I contacted all the schools who had accepted me previously, and luckily APU threw open its arms to me and I gratefully accepted. I thrived at APU under the guidance of professors such as Dr. Drury, Dr. Adams, bonded with my roommates, and of course met my beloved fiancé Sean. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and in December I left the undergraduate program at APU. However, APU could not be rid of me that easy, and I promptly turned around and applied to APU's graduate program. I was afraid that I would not get in because I lacked the grade point average needed. This was particularly frustrating for me, as I had been diagnosed with a learning disability that very summer, and wondered if I had been diagnosed earlier, what a difference it would have made on my life and particularly on my grades. I was accepted into the program on a probationary period and soared through the program, getting solid A's all the way throughout. After completing the first few classes in APU's teaching program, it was time for me to consult with my advisor to decide which program I would go into from then on. I chose the digital teaching and learning experience. At the risk of sounding cliché, the digital world is the one of the future. I was worried going in that my days would soon be filled with fiddling with complicated technology that I had no business trying to use. However, the unique experience of blended and online learning really won me over. More than anything, it was the online classes that I took as a student that convinced me that digital teaching was not only the way of the future, but that I could thrive and build a unique culture within it. I feel APU prepared me very well, and I look forward to forming my own classes, both those solely in the digital world and the mixed variety, so I can reach my students in every way possible. For my research project, I chose to look at exercise and sleep. Sleep has always been something that's eluded me for most of my life, and recently I've really gotten the urge to exercise to be healthy, and I started to wonder that if by exercising I could in fact improve my sleep habits. My sleep habits have always been unhealthy. If I had my choice, I would fall asleep at 3 in the morning and not wake up until 3 in the afternoon. I plan to exercise once a day, every day, for 1 hour and 30 minutes. 1 hour will be an intense walk, 15 minutes beforehand will be stretching, and 15 minutes after will be stretching. I'm going to measure my success by seeing how well I sleep. I will see how many hours I sleep, how long it takes me to get to sleep, how many times I wake up, and how often I get the compulsion to nap during the day. I predict, due to my research, that I will sleep best when I exercise in the morning and sleep least when I exercise at night. I try to go to sleep at the same time every night. I had some noticeable failures. For example, I pulled 2 all-nighters for schoolwork. I went to a wedding, and so I ended up staying up incredibly late. However, for the most part, I managed to stick to my schedule. To my surprise, I discovered that exercising in the morning, while effective, was not as effective as exercising at night, while exercising during the middle of the day was the least effective in terms of helping me sleep better. I have discovered that I am a reasonably sound sleeper, though I apparently have the temptation to take naps more than I realized before I started taking notes. When building my unit, it was really important to me that I could incorporate lessons from common sense media. I think that more than teaching students reading, writing, arithmetic, and even things like how to learn and how to get along You need to teach them how to navigate a digital era. Thing is, these students have grown up in it. They know it, they breathe it, they've never lived in a world without it. Many of us also are very familiar with technology and may have grown up with it to an extent, though not as much as today's students has. The question is, how do we teach our students how to navigate this new digital world, to use it to its best advantage, and also how to stay safe? I think that the book Ender's Game really allows me to deal with the literature, to deal with the genre, to get the students interested, and to incorporate things that they'll need in our own digital world. Students will learn about the drawbacks and benefits of living in a digital world and the importance of being careful, what it means to be a good digital citizen, important speeches from the past, and discuss how people can be convinced, their digital footprint, and how they portray themselves online in contrast to how they are offline. And themes like power, perception, and at least 3 different mediums: poem, book, and video. Students will create 3 e-blogs discussing historical conquerors, power, perception, perspective, and if what they predicted came to pass, they will create and present a persuasive speech for the topic of their choice. They'll create a video explaining the dangers and benefits of the internet for younger students, a theme song for a character using Foundation, and a Facebook account for a character from the novel. Students will also work in small groups to analyze different themes and characters that appear in the novel Ender's Game, chart characteristics using infogram, and give a presentation on what a trope different characters fit into, or film a scene that did not appear in the novel. Use a battle calculator to look at the actions of past generals compared to those in the book, and look at both strategy and technology. Listen to patriotic music from other cultures, examine the similarities and differences. Use Wordle to track different themes in the book. Choices for a final project. Option 1. Using Movie Maker or similar software, a group of students may act out a scene we did not witness in the book. For example, how the character of Bean came to battle school, or the final discussion between Peter and Valentine. Every group member must appear on camera. The student may use the character graph created the last day and research character tropes or types. They will assign a trope to each character, create a presentation or a podcast to present their theory. The presentation must include outside research, quotes from the book, and a comparison to a real-life person.